Hello and welcome to Smaulgld's Indian silver import update for the month of October 2017. Another monster month for Indian silver imports in October. Let's take a look. Indian silver imports soared 100% in October. Indian silver imports were 636.693 tons, or for those of you keeping track in ounces, 20,470,155 ounces imported into India in October 2017. Indian silver imports were up 99.59%, or basically 100%, or doubled from the 319 tons imported in October 2016. October silver imports were up 12.3% from last month, or September's 566.778 tons. Indian silver imports of 4,672 tons during the first 10 months of 2017, January through October, equaled approximately 150,208,289 ounces. For some perspective, the U.S. Mint through November this year has sold 17,322,500 1-ounce American Silver Eagle coins. Even in the record 2015 year of sales of American Silver Eagles, when the U.S. Mint sold 47 million, that was still more than 3 times fewer ounces of silver sold than India has imported. Through the first 10 months of 2017, India has imported 150 million ounces, the best American Silver Eagle year, under 50 million ounces. So you can see India has a voracious silver appetite. Let's take a look at more. So here you have the monthly Indian silver imports, and you can see there's 636 tons, 567 tons in September, 819 tons in May, which is the largest month in years, and it had dropped off. We're going to see. Let's take a look at a longer term chart and see where we sit. So 2014 and 15 were record amounts of silver was imported into India, and you could see some months over 1,000 tons of silver coming into the country each and every month. And then we had a drop off in 2016. Part of this rise here is basically India is getting richer, it's getting more populous, is adding, and has the largest, now just recently completed solar facility, and silver was really cheap these 2 years. We hit a low in 2015. Silver rose in price during 2016. Also, that accounts for a good portion of the decline in silver imports. Also, they had probably overpurchased in 2014 and 15, and now India is back the last 6 months of 2017 buying silver in large amounts, not quite at the manic levels of 2014 and 15, but very, very robust. And we're going to see a chart of annual Indian silver imports, and you can see that this year is shaping up to be one of the best. Not quite as good as 2014 and 15, but still getting pretty close. If you enjoy these types of reports, please consider donating to Smaulgld via PayPal, via Litecoin, via Bitcoin at the links below on this BitChute, this VidMe, and this YouTube. Also, you can donate on the Smaulgld site. You can also consider and actually follow through and become a patron and donate a small or large amount each and every month. You could do that on the website and also below the video you are watching. Also, if you enjoy these reports and you are interested in buying gold or silver, not investment advice that you do so, but if you want to add to your stack, you can do so at 4 different precious metal dealers: SD Bullion, BGSC, Golden Eagle Coins, Muddy Metals Exchange, through the links on the Smaulgld site. You click on those links, you pay no more, no less than if you visited the sites directly, and Smaulgld makes a small commission on the sale. That does help out, and you can compare pricing and shipping at those 4 dealers. And if you shop at those anyway, then you can help out the site by making your purchases through the links. And thank you for those who have donated. Thank you to those who do buy your gold and silver through the site. And also thank you to those who will be doing so in the future. Here's what I was talking about. The Indian silver imports this year will probably, if we continue at the same pace, add about another 1,000 tons, maybe 500, 600 tons a month for the months of November and December. Indian silver imports for 2017 will probably crack 54, 55, 5600, which will make it the fourth best year, probably top 2008's 5390. Probably won't get close to either the other two 2014 and 15 record years. You'd have to have pretty mega monster months the next 2 months to pass 2014. However, we're on a pace the last 6 months, which pretty much puts you in this range up here, but I don't think we'll make it this year. So through the first 10 months, 4,672 tons of silver imported into India, which is 150 million plus ounces. Let's take a look at how India, in combination with China, eats up most of the world's silver. I know that we like to talk about China and Russia for gold demand, and also India, China, and Russia for gold demand. We're going to talk about Indian gold imports tomorrow. The official gold imports into India doesn't include black market smuggling, but we're going to cover the Indian gold imports, which are also quite robust. We'll do that tomorrow for the month of October. But if you take the Chinese silver demand, so far through the first 6 months of 2017, they had imported over 63 million ounces. That means if they are on the same run rate for the rest of the year, they'll import about 130 million ounces. Add that to the 150 million ounces so far for India, and then top that up a bit, and you're looking at close to 200 million ounces. So between China and India, you're eating up most of the world's annual global silver mining production. Well, let's look at it this way. Here are the top 10 silver mining countries. You got Mexico, Peru, China in the top 3. These 10 countries here, their mining production is about 80-some-odd% of the overall silver mining production. So this is the bulk of it. Well, if India imports 180, 200 million tons of silver a year this year, well, that takes basically all of Mexican silver mining production. Not that they get it all from Mexico, but you can knock them out of the box. We mentioned that China, they're number 3, and they produce about 110, 120 million ounces of silver a year. That stays in China. Then China imports an additional 130 million ounces of silver a year. Well, that takes basically Peru's silver mining production. So India knocks out Mexico's mining production, takes all of that. China picks up Peru's. China picks up China's. Now you're left with Australia, Chile, Russia, Bolivia, Poland, United States, and Argentina supply the rest of the world. The United States, most of that silver goes to the production of American Silver Eagles. Now you're left with a few of these countries. Australia, well, they have to mint the Perth Mint coins, and and bullion. Much of that goes to China. So you can see that the two countries, India and China, eat up most of the global silver mining production. And much of silver that is used comes more from annual production than gold does. Gold has much larger stockpiles. Much of gold is recycled. The scrap market for silver is not as robust as it is for gold. For many reasons, it's just not worth it for people to turn in a fork or an old ring of silver as it is to do so with gold. Gold is precious. Also, what's driving silver demand in India, and we'll cover this in the week in review. The Smaulgld's top gold and silver stories for the week ended. We have a story there about how it was an article in an Indian news outlets saying why silver was perhaps preferable to gold for jewelry. And one of the reasons is it's cheap. You don't have to put it under lock and key. You can buy a variety of different silver items. With the gold-silver ratio at 75-to-1, you basically can buy 75 silver rings or necklaces to just one gold. So if you can buy a silver necklace for $10, $15, $30, you lose it. It's not the end of the world. It's not the same as losing a $600, $800 gold necklace. So with the middle class in India getting more money, the middle class in India is basically, if you add them up, it's about the same size population of the entire U.S. population. And when they have a little extra money, yes, Indians historically prefer gold gold is auspicious, but silver also is popular in India and becoming more so, as I mentioned, for jewelry. India has demand for silver in the form also for solar power, for industry, also for bullion, although it's not as prized as an investment as, say, gold is. But Indians are definitely taking a shine to silver. So that is also increasing the need for silver imports into India. India does have some silver mining production. It's not like their gold situation where they have basically none. But clearly you can see they're not in the top 10 in this chart here. So they basically have to import almost all of their silver to meet their demand. And that about does it. But we are going to have a busy week this week. We're going to cover, as we mentioned, Indian gold imports for the month of October. We'll have the U.S. Mint American Silver and Gold Eagle data. We'll have the American Gold Buffalo data for the month of November. We will also have the Canadian Mint third quarter gold and silver sales. We'll have the Perth Mint gold and silver sales. We're going to cover Kazakhstan gold reserves for the month of October. We'll see if they have added gold to the reserves for the 72nd or 73rd month in a row. We're also going to have the Shanghai Gold Exchange withdrawals, which have been very strong all year. We'll also cover the People's Bank of China's gold reserves. Now, they have not reported gold, any additional gold to the reserves since October 2016. We'll take a look and see what they did in November later on next week. So that about does it. Also, if you want to receive all those stories, if you do sign up for Smaulgld, you will not get an email on each and every. The way you do that is you go up here and you sign up to receive the emails from Smaulgld. Mostly what you'll get is the weekly, in case you missed it, Top Gold and Silver Stories report. And that report comes once a week, and it covers all the Smaulgld stories that you might have missed during the week, including the videos, and also includes many of the top gold and silver and crypto stories that happened during the week, along with my analysis of the stories and what they might mean. Eventually, that weekly report will be a pay-only product. And so if you're interested in this product, you get it for free for the next few weeks, and then it turns into a pay product. But when you sign up for Smaulgld, you will get that for free for the next few weeks, and you'll get some of the emails that that include the Smaulgld posts. So if I think there's an important post during the week, I don't generally just send out every post I post, and it's going to be a very busy week, 8, 9, 10, 12 blog posts coming up, so you won't get an email each and every time. So I suggest you check back at the website, or you just wait to the end of the week and get caught up at the end of the week if you're time constrained, because the Smaulgld top gold and silver stories for the week ended will give you basically everything that you might have missed, and you can get caught up that way. So thanks very much, and we will be visiting with you many times in the coming week. Thank you very much.